With the most recent talk I've been witnessing on forums and the like in regards to Overwatch, the number one problem seems to be bad teammates. And I've been there too, which is exactly why I'm making this video. Hey, what's up guys, Cliff here once again, and in today's video, I would like to talk about how you can improve your chances of winning in Overwatch competitive. Now, it is worth noting that this is not a magical guide that will carry you to Grandmaster within the evening, but a lot of our experience on the ladder has to do with our attitude, so let's get right into it. Kicking things off with the most important thing that will help you and your team perform better, be the first to join voice chat and greet everybody with a hearty hello. Should somebody not join voice chat, ask them nicely in chat. If they seem difficult, let them know that they don't have to talk, but it would be very helpful if they could listen to callouts and the like. The number one reason why people lose on the ladder is not necessarily a lack of skill, but has to do more with a lack of communication and coordination. In fact, there's a good chance that you will be able to beat a team who's mechanically better simply by having superior communication, given that you know how the game works. Obviously, a team that calls out picks, the location of flankers, suggests swaps if need be, and coordinates the ultimates and positioning would be the ideal group, but most of the time, that is not the case. I don't want you to become a cynical asshole, but the best thing you can do as a solo queuer who wants to carry is to expect your teammates not to communicate at all. Ideally, you'll want to be the one who does everything that's important on your own, but obviously, in a team with such distinctive roles in DPS, support, and tank, it doesn't allow you to do it. So here's what I figured for myself which heroes are the best to carry with. I've seen a lot of people say that if you master heroes like Tracer and Genji, you will be able to carry your matches. The idea seems to generally be that if you can kill everyone on your own, you are not reliant on your team's performance. But if we are being realistic in this situation, you'll have to play at absolute top tier, near pro level to even be able to carry a team of gold rank players like this. The higher you get, the more coordinated people will become and the less chances you have to carry with this exact method. So here's what I figured worked best for me. McCree is a great carry in solo queue, not because you have to train yourself to get 70% accuracy and kill everyone yourself, we'd be in the same position again as before, but because McCree with his insane burst DPS is a fantastic shots caller. Since it only takes you so many shots to take out enemies, even if you don't land all of your shots, you can call out Roadhog low and then everybody knows to turn around to finish them off. If you see that your team's damage is not focused, you can finish off low health targets yourself with a quick tap as well. McCree is also a good counter against pesky flankers that like to harass your supports. So overall, McCree is within my personal top 3 heroes to carry with. The next one would be Zarya. Zarya is great to carry with for a couple of reasons. First off, in her nature as a tank, you will always be in the front line to see what's going on, giving you a chance to direct your DPS players. Not only that, but you can also make sure that your teammates' ultimates are more effective or simply have your DPS players not die as quickly by shielding them. That bit of survivability makes her a very strong support tank. Not to mention that your ultimate can win games if just one of your DPS play combos theirs with your Graviton Surge, and if you're on full charge you might even be able to do it yourself. All in all, Zarya definitely requires a lot of awareness and a good sense of decision making to keep your team alive, but she can still be a very strong asset. And lastly, my personal absolute favorite hero to carry with is Zenyatta. In his nature as a support character, he is always in the back. Given that he is not too far away, he will be able to see the entire battlefield and his entire team as well to make decisions based on what's happening. His damage output is insane provided that you can land your shots, which after the hitbox reset really isn't that difficult, and his Discord Orb is the perfect tool to mark enemies for death. What's important as Zenyatta is to be very decisive with your callouts and to be on spot with your harmony orbs. Nobody's gonna listen to a guy who talks more than he heals his teammates, and you can't just jump between targets in a matter of seconds because it'll confuse the heck out of your DPS players. Do keep in mind guys that you will always perform best with the heroes that you are most comfortable with, so only because those are my favorites doesn't mean that you have to pick them up to be able to make a significant difference. I want you guys to pick up on the rationale behind my hero choice and try to adapt it for your own playstyle. But here's what's most important and what I already lightly scratched on with Zenyatta. If you want to be your team's carry, you have to behave like a carry as well. That means that you can't just call out targets without following up on it yourself. That means that your callouts have to be decisive. That means that you have to communicate as though you are the leader of the group. What's important to keep in mind is not to be the guy who just clogs voice comms 24/7. If you keep bitching about how you got one shot by the Roadhog, or that nobody helped you with a Genji, or just generally talking about things that are unnecessary, you'll be more annoying than helpful. Not only is it important for you to be decisive with your callouts and follow up on them yourself, it is also important to give direction. Genji behind us, Monkey on top right, Widow far left. All of that is information that is important for your team's positioning. Differentiate callouts for direction from calling shots simply by using the word focus. Focus Zenyatta at all times, or burn through the Zarya shield. Make it abundantly clear that these heroes are prime targets for everyone on your team. And don't expect your team to always be aware of your position. If you are stuck in your own fight somewhere on the map and you yell, "Help me with this Reaper," nobody's going to know where the heck you are. First give direction, then add that you're in a fight with them. Reaper on left, need help. It can also be helpful to add a bit more, like how much HP they have left, or that they're marked with a Discord orb. If you just call out an enemy's position, that doesn't necessarily tell your team to focus them. But if you say that they're on half health or low on HP, or that they're discorded, your team's gonna know that there's an easy kill to be made. If you simplify your callouts like those that I have mentioned, you'll make your communication as effective as possible, getting more information across without wasting time. Now the next thing is almost equally as important, but at least 8 times more silly when you listen to it initially. But that's positive reinforcement. Remember when I said in the beginning that a lot comes down to your own attitude? That's exactly it. Don't be pissy, don't let your teammates know if you're angry. If someone is being negative, tell them that you haven't lost yet and they should focus on the game. Equal to that, make sure to compliment your team on good plays. If you're Zenyatta and you just called out, "Genji on me behind the payload, he's discorded," and your McCree one-shots the guy, say thanks. If you're in a team fight and you just said "Focus Zarya, burn through her shield," and 4 seconds later the Russian lady is dead, tell your teammates, "Good job," maybe followed by a "Now go for Reaper" or something along those lines. Did you just get a team wipe through a sick ultimate combo? Say "well played" or something. Being a good leader is as much about making good decisions and communicating as it is about letting your team know that they've been doing well. So let's summarize what we've been talking about today. Try to play the heroes that you are most comfortable with. You will always play best if you are in a role that you've practiced a lot, but remember that your teammates are in the same position, so try to find some sort of middle ground where everyone can play what they're good at. Join voice chat and encourage others to join as well, even if that means just listening to callouts. Break the ice early by greeting everyone. Communicate everything that is necessary and simplify your callouts. Widow top right, Focus Winston, Discord on Pharah, Genji low, all of those are very effective, short callouts that help everyone grasp immediately what's going on. Try to be as positive as you can in voice chat, keep the team morale high, and let people know they're doing well. Who doesn't like to get props for doing their jobs well? I have personally been struggling to get out of my platinum rank for a while, but by putting on the mantle of shots caller in conjunction with my personal best heroes, Zenyatta, Zarya, and McCree, I've managed to work myself up into diamond. So it is worth noting that I have no idea how well this would work for silver and gold ranks. I've heard people say a lot of bad things in regards to communication on that rank, but I really can't judge it since I don't have any experience myself there. But do remember that you will always play best with a positive mindset. But this is me done for the day. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, do feel free to leave me a like on your way out, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys next time.